Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the new Let's Scrapbook collection from Bella Blvd. I am kind of on a Bella Blvd kick lately. I did buy both this and the Teen Vibe Carson collection here recently, so I've been using up those. I'm actually using scraps from a two-page layout I did earlier this month, and so I have that half a circle I'm going to use, and then I am going to end up using this pink paper here as well, kind of as a base, so to speak, for my photo and my title and journaling. I wanted to add another pattern paper kind of so the circle didn't look out of place, and so I decided to use the back side of the pink polka dotted paper, and that just brought in a lot of different colors. I thought about adding more strips of paper behind, but just didn't really love the way that that looked. I think if I would have flip-flopped the two patterns, it would have been better, but that strip I just took out has a white background, and I just don't like having a pattern paper with a white background on white paper. I like to have a barrier between the two. So I just decided to take that out, but then I thought about maybe adding that strip of, I don't know, fun colored paper across the page. So I've got elements going up and down and elements going across the page as well. I am going to map my photo, and then, I don't know, I like the way that this looks, but I had to come up with a title. There's so many good phrases on this chipboard sheet, and so I decided to end up combining some, and it's going to be Scrappy Weekend. This photo here was a photo we took in front of Tuesday Morning, obviously, because it was our last trip together to a Tuesday Morning. This was after the expo we went to in Orlando, and it was when Tuesday Morning was going out of business. Little did I know that my husband, on a future road trip before they closed for good, would stop at several for me to check out on our way home. And so it wasn't actually my last trip to Tuesday Morning, but it was my last trip with my aunt. And so I am going to end up leaving space to journal that little story. So I am going to get my journaling strips from close to my heart and add those to the pink paper. It just helps the words stand out from the paper if I use these strips and have like a white background there. So I had thought about adding my title to the bottom of that space, and adding my journaling to the top. And I like when everybody else does that, but I didn't know if it would look good, especially with these bright white journaling strips on this particular layout. And so I flip-flopped the journaling and the title. So once I kind of commit to the placement of my photo, I can finally commit to my title here. I did have to pop out the middle pieces of weekend, and then I'm going to add Scrappy. And I decided to kind of make it sloppy. I don't do this very often. I'm a very much linear person. I like clean lines. Which is probably why I don't dabble in mixed media more. I like a clean layout. But with this one here, space-wise, I thought, you know what? I am going to kind of move the title so it's not just linear. I had picked out a few pieces of ephemera that I thought maybe I would use. I did struggle embellishing this one a little bit more maybe than usual. I loved the little piece of ephemera that says "Love This Hobby" on the bottom left, and decided to add some kind of supplies underneath of that title there. That tape gun, and then I can't remember what I add to the bottom, maybe scissors. But I also wanted to kind of embellish to the top left of my photo, but needed a good layering piece. So I found that flower on the sticker sheet, and that had like a button in between, and it kind of helped bring in I'll call it purple, but from the title, helped kind of bring in that color to the other side of the layout as well. So I am going to commit to kind of the bottom cluster. I've got the tape gun and then the scissors, and I'm going to pop that piece of ephemera up on foam tape because those two supplies are chipboard, so a little bit thicker. You can see I'm still trying to play around with the pieces that I kind of pulled out. I kind of do like that hoarder up there in the top, but I do end up taking that off, but it is quite appropriate. Sorry, Aunt Patty, but for the two of us, we have quite the scrapbook supplies. So hoarder is the perfect phrase to describe us. But I do end up taking that off once I kind of realize I should get in my Scrap and Happy Studio stash. I do find a couple of flares there that work perfectly, so that is going to end up being replaced. You can see I did add a Bella Pop, the camera, to the far right of the journaling, and I just felt like it helped. I don't know if it helped or not. I just like the camera, to be quite honest. Oh my goodness. And so I added that to the right. I had already used the second camera on that previous layout, and so I thought, you know what, I might as well use up that whole package, and so this was perfect for that. So I did find that pink canvas heart that I'm going to add to the top, but then I found in my stash these little buttons, and I thought they were adorable. I think it was in the Discover and Create box that she put together, but I thought the buttons were so appropriate for this layout and really great finishing pieces. So I tucked one kind of underneath the canvas flare at the top, and then added one to each of these scrapbooking supplies at the bottom, and just think that is adorable. So that is going to finish off this layout. I will link this collection down below. It's the perfect scrapbooking collection, and then I'll link Scrap and Happy Studio down below as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.